Hey everyone, welcome to the I need to cough, so can we redo that? I took a breath. Oh, let's try that again. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome to the Love Your Body podcast. On today's episode, I want to talk a little bit about just the Christmas spirit and just how the holidays have affected me in the past and I know affect my clients and really stress people out and I hate that. I'm not going to lie to you, like yes, would it be nice to sit around and have Christmas cookies every day and just veg out and like not worry about anything? 100%. Love it. Some of you might be doing that. That's cool. I know for me, I'm headed out to Allamont, Tennessee, I guess, is where it is. I'm taking my parents to, it's like Tennessee glamping on Instagram. So shout out to them. Super, super cool spot. They have these things called domes. So they're like an Airbnb essentially in the middle of the woods, which is like, okay, but they're really cool. They have like hiking trails, they have like hot tubs, grills so you can grill out. They have like a movie projector under one of them. That's what I'm gonna be at. It's gonna be super cool. And I've always followed them on Instagram like for a while and been like, man, I really just want to go out there. And I'm like, well, I don't want to grill by myself. I don't really want to like sit around a fire just chilling. And like again, would that be a great self-reflection time? 100%. But I was like, who would I want to take with me to go do this? And I thought about it. I'm like, what am I getting my parents for Christmas? And so I was like, I should take them. And I looked at it and they're super cool and talked to them about it. And they just opened up this dome, their third dome or whatever. So I'm going to go do that. And that's going to be super sick. Can't wait. So make sure to check out all the pictures and videos. I'm going to blow that up. And it's just something safe for dad to do. Cause those of you that don't know, he's had heart failure and so he's just slowly getting back into things. And he gets PT 3 times a week, so this will be great for him and get out and get some movement in, but also relax and hang out. But there's a full kitchen, like full bedroom, king size, like sleeper sofa that I'll be on. And then we got a like indoor shower, of course. And then at this one, like I said, a movie projector under the bottom. But yeah, it's gonna be cold, but they have heated blankets and like heat lamps and everything. So that's gonna be sick. And then from there, like a fire and a hot tub. So I'm just like super pumped and just some self-care time, but like also like time with my parents that you just never can get back really. And I've been talking, I've done this grief group and it's been helping me a lot. And I know people are like, wow, like you're so positive. I don't, why would you do a grief group and stuff? And after you lose anyone in your life, no matter how significant or insignificant, I really think it's special to take the time for yourself to do some therapy or do some like grief work. And that's what I've been doing for the past year. And so, since doing that, I actually have time for myself. I like have time to just breathe off of my phone. I have time to just be like with myself with other with a few people in this group and talk, and some of them don't have the luxury of going with their parents on a trip, or they have other obligations. They have their kids, they have their husband, they have their partner, all these things. And so what I was talking about last week about being single and everything like that, it's one of those things where it shouldn't be looked at as a bad thing. I think in the holidays, everyone gets so stressed out, like, I have to bring someone to this Christmas party. You don't have to bring anyone to the Christmas party. Just show up to the Christmas party alone. It is not a big deal. The pressure that you put on yourself, like it's from your own self and your own, how you think that society wants you to be and how you should be. This is a false ideal. Like you create that yourself. Like there is no need to feel less than just because around a certain time of the year. Um, you know, and I think people like make fun of it in Valentine's Day and they don't really care. And they're like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. But like, so if you can do it for that, like, let's do it for Christmas. Let's do it for Thanksgiving and everything. And yes, there's family involved in that. But again, like we talked about a few weeks back about boundaries, saying like what you need and what you want and letting people know that like, hey, like I am totally content with being single. Like I am working on myself. Like I am loving myself throughout this journey and it's okay. And God will bring me the right person or, like it will all happen how it's supposed to. So for me, it's like, with the holidays and listening to people saying that they don't have their parents or they don't have their significant other or whatever it might be, it makes me be real intentional with this time. And so, like I said before, yeah, you could spend the time having Christmas cookies, just vegging away and whatever the whole time. But I want to have experiences and I want to learn how to be able to do that, with my family, like with myself, with like different realms, with a best friend, or maybe go on a trip and like, just do all the things that we all said that we would do during pandemic and then nobody did, after we got out of it. And just being honest about it and saying like, okay, I don't want to go to a place in the woods by myself, but yeah, I'll take my parents with me and do it as a Christmas surprise and like turn the negative into a positive of us like getting to spend time together. Especially while dad is, still going through everything he's going through with health concerns. Cause you never know. And time is precious. And I really am trying to make the most of it. And I really encourage, instead of looking at the negative during this holiday season, to make the most of it. Um, I really, and I get it. I know it's scary. Like, for example, I really want to go on a trip somewhere. I have these credits on my flight because I was supposed to go to Arizona but during Labor Day, and then my dad got sick. So I'm thinking, okay, well, there's somewhere I should go. Let's go do something, right? Like, let's go. And I'm like, where do I go? Because it's like if I go see my one friend, she's in a relationship. If I go see my other, he's in a relationship. If I go see, another one, they're doing their own thing and going with friends and doing their, it's again, it's like, okay, depending on other people. So, okay, well, where could I go by myself that I would actually feel like it was worth taking a trip and actually like going to the airport and dealing with the hassle of everything and like traveling and then enjoying it. Where it's also like not too expensive either. So I don't know. So I'm debating on that. So stay tuned to see what happens with that and if I end up going and whatnot. And I'm just going to listen to my body. I'm going to have that little trip with my parents, spend Christmas Eve, at their house, Christmas Day as well. And then from there, that next week, kind of figure out like, okay, maybe just being in my apartment is going to be great and enjoying that time. But also, I have made this mistake and I want to say it so that you all will hopefully not. I have let my friends decide for me every year for New Year's what I'm doing. I have never picked what I'm doing for New Year's. I have never had a New Year's where it was like I got to just do what I really wanted to do. Like even last year, I had a whole like large pizza just sitting on my bed and was watching, I think Bridgerton or some Netflix series, right? And it was awesome. I was content. I was happy. I was so in the zone. And then I got a call like, "Hey, you need to come out. Like, I really think you should come out." And again, the friend was being awesome and being nice and inviting me out, which is so sweet. But that intuition was like, "Hey, girl, stay at home, have fun, enjoy the night." Right. But you feel like you're going to miss out on something. But like, again, I know the people that I was going to see, and I knew that I would not be missing out on anything. It would just be like the same stuff, like the same kind of parties, the same deal. Yes, it's connection with your friend, but again, I need that like space for myself, especially with everything going on. So I really encourage you to set that boundary, set that intention. Like, what do you want? Not what your boyfriend wants, not what your parents want, not what your friends want, whatever, but like, how do you want to spend, your New Year's or like your time during your break from work or break from school or whatever walk of life you're in right now. But how do you want to embrace that time? And that is the question I think that I would ask myself versus, oh, like, I wonder what everyone else is doing for New Year's. Oh, I wonder what everyone else is doing for this. I wonder how can I compare? Like, oh, is she going here? Well, I need to go here. I need to do that. Like, no, like, don't worry about it. Do your own thing, vibe with it, enjoy it. Um, really just have fun with it. I think we just have taken everything so seriously. And like when I hear people say that they like go shopping for their Christmas stuff, they're like, oh, I'm almost done with my Christmas shopping. It's like they want me to congratulate them. And it's like if this is such a burden to you that you feel like I have to congratulate you on finishing your Christmas shopping, like maybe I don't know, like have less friends or like I don't know, like if you're spending all this time and you're overwhelmed and you're just like buying all these gifts for everyone, I don't know. It just seems like over the top to me. And I don't know, and especially even with Christmas cards, man, like, it's a funny thing. Christmas cards are hilarious. I don't know if Trent did one. I don't know if I'm gonna get one with his dog and stuff. Okay, no. But, like, why are you sending me this card? Now, I get it if you live across the country or you don't have an Instagram, but, like, I see your everyday life. I see you and your dude, and I see you and your partner, whatever, and your dogs, like, all the time. I don't need a card of it. Merry Christmas, text me Merry Christmas, call me, FaceTime me Merry Christmas, right? But that would take more time. That would be more intentional, right? Versus let's get the mass word out of like how happy we are at Christmas and said to you. Now I laugh and I'll probably look back at this in like 3 years from now, and someone's gonna be like, "Oh, Danny, like nice Christmas card with your like fiance or whoever." And I'll be like, nah, I don't know if that's really in the cards for us. But anyway, but I mean, and again, if you're that happy and you really want to do that and you want to like you got a new house, you want to celebrate, whatever, okay, cool. That's fine. I just think it's a funny thing that we do that takes up a lot of time, money, effort, and that could have been time you spent with someone that you loved, or time getting a hot chocolate with a friend, or time, going to play with some like puppies or, whatever that I don't know that maybe you want to adopt or something. Like, I don't know. It's just like a rescue. Um, so maybe looking at it like instead of the normal things you always have to do, we always have to go see these lights. We always have to do this way right now. I love tradition, but like if it becomes one of those things where it's like too much, like again, it's okay to just step back for a second. Like, okay, why am I even doing this? Like, what is the person to get some pictures to put on Instagram so everyone's like happy that I did those things? Like, no. And like I went to Cheekwood with my parents. So again, common theme here, spending more time with my dad, spending more time with my mom, really enjoying it. And not just because he's sick, but like really, doing that together. And that was such a fun time because it wasn't that like long of a deal. It was like, we spent about 2 hours walking around, hanging out and looking at the lights and stuff, but it was a nice night. We enjoyed it. We got to spend time together. We laughed, we had fun, like, and it was a memory that I'm going to remember forever. And that was great. And I don't know. And so I just I know that once I have my, once I put up my own Christmas tree in like my house or do something of those things. And then like, yeah, it'll be more of a time intensive for the holidays and stuff. But even someone asked me, do I have a tree in my apartment? And it's like, no. And actually my client bought me one, which is so great. But to be honest with you, my mother is setting that up right now. Like she's doing that. She's putting the ornaments on there. Like that's not my vibe. I don't really, that is like, I don't know. I've never been like that. And same thing with like my parents' Christmas tree, setting that up. Like that's never been my deal. Making gingerbread houses, never been my deal. Like, I like to try everything at least once, but I know myself well enough that like putting out all those decorations and putting them up on the tree gives me anxiety. Like I don't want to do it. Like call it lazy, call it whatever. But like I don't want to do that. But like walking around with someone to make a memory and like looking at Christmas lights, 100%. Let's go do it. Like spend the money, go do it. I think I'm gonna go to maybe Gaylord and like look at the lights as well, maybe next Thursday or like I don't know when I'm doing it. I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, so just like, while lights are still up going. And so it's like, yeah, doing that. And I'm trying to think of some other things that I am wanting to do, but just looking at maybe the dancing lights in Lebanon, but like going and like spending different times with different friends and doing that is better to me. Um, than stressing out about decoration or posing in front of a picture or or whatever to let everyone know I'm having a great holiday when maybe you're not having a great holiday. Maybe this brings up a really hard time for you. And like with, our friends passing, obviously holidays are stressful and it is very intense and can be super negative for some people. Like it is not always jolly and it's not always that great. So when we're trying to spread the positive and we're trying to have fun and whatever and set the example truly, be authentic in like what you want to do. So if you are going to be that person that just makes cookies and eats, them and hangs out all week or whatever, like cool, enjoy it, whatever. If you're that person that's going to go travel and go see your friends for New Year's, like I applaud you, like go do it. But again, like on your terms. Don't let other people dictate your life and like what you should be doing. And even if you're a parent and like your kids and stuff, I still think I mean, I'm not a parent, so I don't know, like correct me if I'm wrong, but you still have the authority. Like I know they're kind of in charge, but like you have the authority to decide what you're going to do and what memories you're going to make and all that and whatever. So if it is literally like making you hate Christmas and hate this time of year because it's so stressful, how about we scale it back and chill? And there's nothing wrong with that. You can break the stereotype of what a good mother for Christmas should be doing, or a guy that's single at Christmas time should be doing, or, a girl who is working out all the time and feels guilty about eating the cookies and whatever. Like, it's like, no, like you can decide how you want to spend this time. Um, And I know for me, for example, for, just, talk about a little bit of health and fitness and stuff. I mean, I'm still gonna work out. I'm still gonna have, the cookies. I'm still gonna have different things. Like I'm thoroughly like gonna enjoy going, to the Tennessee glamping and whatever and just chilling out and having a hot cocoa bomb and like just enjoying it and not really caring and grilling out and all of that. So I'm super excited and I'm really just glad that it can be something that we're doing that's different and it's making new memories and not just sitting around watching TV and watching movies of other people making memories. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy your holiday, and if you're not celebrating Christmas, enjoy however you're celebrating and with whatever you're doing. And if you are feeling lonely, I really do encourage, like I said, the grief groups, and you can reach out to me on Instagram at Dani D Fitness One, or Facebook, and we can talk about that, and I can get you involved in that, so that you're not alone during the holidays. Because I know there's so many of you listening that are going to be alone, and there's nothing worse than feeling alone when you look at social media and look at movies and whatever during this time. So you're not alone. There are plenty of people out there single, plenty of people out there alone, plenty of people who are just not knowing what to do at all. So I would love to talk and maybe help you come up with some ideas or help you feel successful in your decisions. So until next time.